All right. Hey, adventurers. Oh, no, it just left. I just had right here a horny toad. Let me go get it. We're out in the Mojave, and I think we'll have some cool things to find. Here is that horny toad. That's a nickname for this horned lizard. Now, this is a desert horned lizard. Obviously, we are in the desert, and you can see how flat he looks at the moment. This is a defense mechanism. So he made himself as flat as possible to make himself feel as big as possible. And if I were going to eat him, he'd be much harder to swallow because he'd be so stiff and rigid. Although he's starting to relax a little bit, that flatness is starting to come down. Let me show you some of the sort of diagnostic field marks to differentiate this horned lizard from other ones. One is if we look at the horns on the back, there's two sort of main horns that protrude out, that go straight out from the back. And then also, if we look on the side there, we can see that it only has one row of these sort of fringe scales here. Some of the other horned lizards will have two. Some of the other lizards will have many more horns. But those are kind of the main things, other than, of course, range and habitat. So excellent find of the day. Really excited. This is the first one I've found this year, and the first one that I've actually been the person to actually catch him too. So very cool. Today seems to just be a really good lizard day. Up there on the top of that rock is a Chuckwalla. Now, these are some pretty neat lizards. They love rocky habitat like this because what happens as a defense mechanism, when a predator comes by, they'll jump into all of these cracks and they'll gulp in a bunch of air that'll expand their lungs and their body and jam them in there so you can't get them out. They also are only eating flowers, or at least primarily eating flowers, which I think is pretty unique for a lizard that is so big. I'm going to climb up and see if we can get a better look. All right, well, you can see just a little bit of it. Yeah, much closer. Beautiful lizard. Nice. Well, he slipped down into a crack, and so you can see that I can't even get any closer with my phone. And he'll just jam himself in a crack and make it really hard to get out. Well, this was certainly unexpected. There it goes. This is a lesser Nighthawk. And yeah, so that is, I don't even know where it went. Well, that was neat. That was a lesser nighthawk, also known as a nightjar, and they are nocturnal birds, and so you usually don't come across them very much, especially not during the day. But I guess I drove by and scared one up. So you can see that they're very, very well camouflaged. They don't have any of those bright colorations that we may often associate with birds. So cool to get one of the harder bird species to see out here. Well, look at you. We got another horned lizard here. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Am I right? Nice. This is just the day of the horned lizard. Look at that. We've got another one right outside the car here. These guys are just popping up everywhere. Look at this guy. Look at how flat he makes his body so that you can't eat him. That is so cool. Now, he was buried. You can see how the dirt comes up here. He buried himself in the sand to try to hide. And he is really just the same color as all these rocks. It is an excellent form of camouflage. And remember, this is the desert horned lizard. We have just a single row of these like fringe scales here on the side, and of course just a few horns, and those two center ones pretty much going straight back. So very cool. He is in the middle of the road, so I'm gonna have to move him so that a car doesn't accidentally drive over him, because he is very difficult to see. But this has just been a great day to spot these guys. Oh no! That was frustrating. That was our first snake of the day. That was Western patch nose, and just bolted. Didn't really get anywhere close to catching it. So, but that would have been cool had I caught it. Can't believe this. Last year, I think I saw one desert horned lizard the entire year, and now this is our fourth one for the day right there. A nice chunky one. And that's crazy. Just four of these guys today, and we've been in totally different areas. We're about maybe 60 miles from where we saw the last one, so that's great. One more desert horned lizard, and who knows what's out around the bend. Oh, it is windy, but we've got a snake out. This is a gopher snake. All right, check out this gopher snake. Now, I'm hoping the audio turns out all right because it is certainly windy. Now, most of the snakes are avoiding the summer heat, and so they don't come out until it starts to get a little cooler in the evening like it is now. Obviously, that patch nose had other things in mind and was perfectly fine in the heat of the day, but this gopher snake was waiting for it to cool down before he starts his nightly journey. All right, bye. All right, it is even windier than before, but we had a creature that was crossing the road. This is a Western Toad. You can see that cream dorsal stripe down the back. Pretty easy to identify. It's so windy, you probably can't hear any of this. I'm just gonna help him out of the road and then move on and look for more. All right, we finally came across another snake of the night. This is obviously another gopher snake. We've just had pretty small ones. This one's about 1.5 feet. The last one was maybe 2 feet. So cool to get snake number 3 for the day. No, sorry, I scared him. Go on off the road and be on your way. Oh man, it is so windy. I hope you can hear me. We've got a little snake. What are you? Oh, this is great. This is a night snake. A desert night snake, I think. Look at that. All right, here is that little desert night snake. It is super windy. I hope the audio is coming through. I'm sorry if it isn't. Not much I can do about it. I'm trying to have the car block the wind. It's just crazy. Now, we're identifying this guy by this checkerboarded pattern on the back, if you can see it there, and also those black blotches right at the neck. Those are some of the diagnostic field marks for night snakes in general. Now, in order to differentiate this guy between the coast night snake or other night snakes, we're really mostly going off of range. So cool to get this guy. He is possibly full grown. They get a little bit bigger than this, but these are small snakes. So I'm glad to see that snakes are just starting to move. Let's put this guy away and see what else there is. Right, well, this is exciting. Check out this snake. This is the Western leaf-nosed snake. For a second, I thought it was a glossy snake because I saw those rectangle patterns, but you can see that face. Look at its nose. It looks kind of like a leaf. That's where it gets its name. Now, these are nocturnal snakes, and this is a big one. It's maybe 14 to 16 inches long. It might be the biggest one I've ever seen. These are generally pretty small snakes. So, nice. Snake number 5, and a cool one at that. Okay, we got something else that just crawled into this bush. There it is. This is our glossy snake. You can see he's got similar rectangular sort of pattern to him, to that leaf nose, and that's why sometimes when I just see them so quickly, I make a mistake. But this guy is much, much bigger, and you can see he doesn't have that leaf scale on his nose, just a regular old nose. And they also have this black line at their face as well. Very cool. You're never gonna believe this. Oh, no, no, no. I was just filming this one snake, that one there, and this other one came up. And I thought maybe they would get familiar, and so I was taking the camera away, but nope, ran off. What is going on here? I have never seen one of these guys at night. This is a desert iguana. That's crazy. Just crossing the road here. Very cool. Very cool. Now, whoa. Look at him stand up. Like that. Look at that defense mechanism. That's so cool. Very cool. This is so cool. I have never caught one of these before. And it is just nice and big and chunky. What a lovely lizard. Wow. Beautiful. We're going to let this guy go and keep on road cruising. Well, it is getting very late. We've had a really nice variety of snakes tonight and a good variety of lizards. I can't believe there were so many horned lizards today. But this might be the last snake that we find, so time for my sign off. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps me a lot. I'm Greg Schechter. This is Schechter Natural History. This is a glossy snake, and I'll see you. All right, let's let this guy go.